Alrighty, welcome back. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today is early access day of the new set, March of the Machines, and thanks to Wizards, I get access to all this cards. Got a count multiple days before the general public. I get to try out the cards. I have to return them, unfortunately. But we get to play out blinged out decks, try out the new cards, see what's cool, what's not. And this is a deck I've lost to a couple times now against other streamers. It is a Naya Legends deck, and Naya Legends got quite a buff. And the card that's really standing out is Dejuru and Hazoret. So 5 mana, 5/4. As long as you have one or fewer cards in your hand, Dejuru has Vigilance and Haste. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your libraries. You may exile a legendary creature from among them, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, and then you can cast it without paying its mana cost. So I've just been repeatedly getting Kogla and Yadarod, and then just fight or like big damage, like for a turn. And then I've also been getting Ghalta and Marvind, which just makes like a big like creature attack, either go wide in terms of vampires or just one big dino to kind of hit your opponent. The rest of the deck we are playing in a Naya Legends deck, so we can take advantage of Plaza Heroes. Every creature, we're only creature deck, and it is all legends. So you have Skrull for protection, Thalia for tax with some new art, Hajar to protect our creatures, Katilda as a way to kind of ramp with our creatures. So we have a number of kind of humans as well in the deck, but this helps us get 2 to 4 mana. Melira to protect our key cards if they were to be removed, anything of that nature. Adeline to go wide and give you a lot of bodies. Miglos, just a lot of useful abilities. Blow up artifacts or enchantments, make it bigger, give Vigilance and Menace. Then we got the new Elesh Norn. So Elesh Norn, whenever a source deals damage to you, they lose 2 life unless they pay mana. And we can sacrifice 3 other creatures. If so, we get to flip it to a Saga, and we get to incubate 2 5 times. That means make 5 tokens with 2 counters on it with that have the ability to pay 2 mana. It flips, becomes a creature, but this also flips our tokens. So we basically get 10 power over 5 bodies. Our creatures on chapter 2 then get +1/1 and double strike, and then we get to destroy all. Basically, we're using it for the front side. The last ability kind of hurts us more than anything. Alana and Alana to put counters on our stuff and give it haste. Jetmir for the go wide, give us like added bonus in terms of power or abilities like Vigilance, Trample, or Double Strike. The Dejuru, and then like I mentioned, Ghalta and Marwyn. So let's jump into it, see how it plays out. I'm excited to try this one. Played a lot of cool decks today. Everything will be cut up and curated. This one is live on YouTube, but you can catch all the stuff if you missed any of it afterwards on my channel. So we are jumping in, seeing how this goes, having some fun. This is intended to be like a for fun format, so trying out new cards. While it's obviously easy to just take, some of the go-to long-standing cards, we want to try out new stuff. The intent is to not concede super early as well. Kind of go from there. If you do enjoy this type of gameplay content, we usually get Mythic every month. We also do a whole bunch of meta-analysis, so if you're always looking for the top decks, we go through everything with statistical background. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's free, easy. We have a goal of getting 10,000 subs by June. We're a little over 8,000. So it would help the channel if you can do so. And like I mentioned, all my YouTube revenue for the month of April, I'm donating every single penny to local Toronto food banks. So it's a free and easy way to help out. Okay, so they are on enchantments. That's actually a good one. So we can go Miglos. Miglos blowing up artifacts and enchantments is really nice. We could go Miglos into Jetmir. Katilda's kind of scary. I think Miglos is the call this turn. Into Jetmir, into Dejuru. Might have been right to go the other way. We'll see how this plays out. Our mana base is very painful right now. See Bitter Reunion come down. Discard 1, draw 2. Teaching of Kirin. See Catilda likely come in here. Ow! Vigilance here is really nice. So this itself is not an enchantment, which kind of sucks. I would ideally either like to hit another land so I can play both of these and then get enough tokens to get the trample as well. Try to see, touch the Spirit Realm. A little bit slower of a start here. I think we're just taking the damage this turn. Bit unfortunate. But we'll blow this up. Vigilance and Menace doesn't really matter here. The life gain from Catilda has been pretty rough. Again, we've taken quite a few points of damage from our mana base this game. And then they just came upon a couple answers. That should be GG here. The Catilda was kind of rough. We can block, but we're too far behind here. But queue it up again. Never got to that 5th land. Drew a few too many Thalias. Had Trample not been like as relevant, we needed him to not have another exile. The curve was decent. In the end, like, I don't think Adeline lying made much difference there. While we could have gone wider, we wouldn't have been able to blow up the Touch Spirit Realm. We didn't have enough mana over those 2 turns. Even just hitting another land to blow up the Touch and to play another creature would have been good. But we just stumbled a little on mana. It happens. Alright, so Skrelv into Miglos, playing John Likes Games. I might actually go up another, do 3 copies of Catilda, 3 of Thalia. Pass the turn here. The protection has a lot more utility. Okay, see Gwenna come down. Gwen is another card we can play. It's a legendary. It's not as aggressively slanted. Really want to hit a land here. We can hit a land. Gwenna might be good though, because we have powerful creatures. It could tap untap, and it helps us go 2 to 5. Sorry, 3 to 5. I'm gonna try 1 or 2 Gwennas in here. Cut down a Thalia. Cut down Ziatora. That's scary. No blocks. What are you throwing at me? What are you throwing at me? Might have been right to do the protection here, but because I have another Halana and Alana, I'm doing this to give it haste, because then I also have the addition of having some extra power. I can remove 2 counters from it. I can blow up an artifact or enchantment. I think we're just doing pump here. Hit for 8. Now we have protection up, as well as potentially another thing. Oh, Yargs, McGargs. Oh, we're getting a Yargle thrown at us. 18 to the face. 18 to the face. Yeah, we've been missing land drops too consistently, I think. Like, we can snowball pretty hard, but I think what we do... Thalia. I like these as protection. Probably only need 2 jet mirrors, and we'll play Gwenna. Play 2 Gwennas. Maybe it's only 1 copy of Jetmir. Like, we really only want to see 1 ever. Play another Catilda. We want to see some added value here. Okay, let's try that again. This is where we got to play around with numbers. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. But we want to get the best feel in terms of how aggressively slanted. Because you are kind of stuck trying to get to that 5 mana spot. So I think having 5 pieces of accelerant will also help. Thought we were safe at 17, but turns out 17 is not a safe number. But alas, we will jump in, try again. Alright, Eldrazi. Probably gonna be on some big mana nonsense. I could go Skrelv into Malira, Skrelv into Catilda. I like this. Get some ramp. You're a human as well, so you get that value. That's great. If we draw a land, then I can play Halana and Alana. Okay, we're at 24. I gotta go to 25 lines, I think. This is actually silly. $25 lands it is, I guess. We've consistently missed a 3rd land in every single game. So this is probably the... there's the 5 mana legendary that you can reveal a card from the top of your library and deal damage equal to its power. Holy hell, finally. You're being dumb. It's double red. Okay, so I got quite a bit of protection coming around. Had we known, he would have obviously gone Alana. Yeah, so Hitizuku and Kari. So Enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, put 2 from your hand on top of your library. When it dies, exile top card of your library. Your opponent loses life equal to its mana value. If it's instant or sorcery, you may cast it without paying its mana value. So we do this. I put the counters. So protection from black. Give it menace. So they're kind of stuck because they have to block Adeline here. And then they can't block Miglos. So we're going to just block the reflection here. So they need to kill Hidetsugu. If they kill Hidetsugu, they still win. Should have attacked with Malara. But then they block different anyways. Malara is good because it can protect my Adeline or my Halana. Probably protect the Halana and Alana, all things considered. Because then I can haste out the Galta and Mavrin. Big old dino vampire! We're getting roped. We're getting roped. Okay, impulse. So at the very least, that's going to clean up the top of the library. Okay, so Diabolic Intent. Land off the top. Diabolic Intent's a cool way to kind of pop it off too. Didn't even get to do the combo. We are adding another land. I'm tired of missing land drops in this deck. Got dark in here. Have Jetmir, have these two, have Malara, have Thalia. Do another Copperline Gorge. Just make sure. Save 25 lines. Yep. Alright. 1-2, but we'll give it a couple more runs. We're working on it. We're fixing the mana. We'll keep. Go Thalia into Catilda. Skrelly. It's terrible. We only have 2 Iganjos. Like, it's usually pretty good because we can cycle it. Oh, and it's on Knights. It's an interesting one. We'd gone Catilda. So, we do this. These are all humans. Cairo and Yadar, like the one we just played against, Uroki. This Naya Legend deck, I don't have the exact numbers, but that's pretty cool. Stop drawing dupes. All those creatures get flying. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I can do that, so it's probably just doing the... Well, they usually have like 1 tribe for each set, so it looks like they're trying to bring back Knights. Opponent's already at 13 somehow. We're taking a sizable chunk in the air, but like this is kind of the hodgepodge of... We got Phyrexian Might, Human Soldier, Human Knight, Siren Pirate, everything under the rainbow kind of approach. Enters battlefield as long as you control a Knight. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I getting 7 mana? Oh, you're only 6 to cast. So I can take out the flyer, but I think we just smack face. I should probably read what these cards do. Am I just dead? 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ape, dinosaur, turtle. We've gotten very unlucky with lines this game. Like this entire set. They can get to fairy. Which, to be honest, if they're doing that, so we're gonna get out Ghalta here. And then we have a choice of attacking dinosaur with trample or create XX tokens with lifelink where X is the number of attacking creatures. I think we're gonna make a big dino. They'll get Teferi. Don't really care about Teferi. But yeah, Hiroki, I've been streaming all day, so I haven't really consumed any others' content. I usually leave that for the weekend after, and then I do my part to check out others, but I like to kind of go in with a fresh mindset. Like if we see people's deck list, they look cool, then we'll give them a shot. They're deciding what they want to do. Well, here's my Ghalta. I mean, if you just throw Ghaltas at people, you're probably going to win. We'll give this one more. 2 and 2. See if we get the 3-2. We're really good at drawing Skrelv openers. Did he? Played a lot of Magic today. I shouldn't have. Lyra's pretty good, so when it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter. Yeah, I'll check out his stuff after, like on the weekend. I like to see kind of what's the breakout. I really like the Dimir draw too. We were playing it in a Sultai shell, but I think Dimir is better. Lots of like incidental ways to just cheat out Atraxa on it. Think I'm just gonna throw this away. They might not block. Oh, they blocked. That's cool. Because I want to have this to have haste next turn. Because then I have protection for it too. So this with 1 or fewer cards gives you haste. Okay, Liliana comes down.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
One of your friends has to leave.
Could see an attack in here. They have vigilance anyways. Yeah, I was actually gonna try that in Explore. We will take probably Kogla here. They don't block, we fight, and if they do block, we get a 7/7. Seems good, all things considered. Obviously, you'd rather have that pre-combat. Would have preferred Ghalta. Depopulate, no. Lily's gonna come and now just eat me. Interesting. No! I don't have haste, really, in the deck. They should plus Liliana to keep the minus available. I got nothing. I got lands. I mean, when you see creature, you're not expecting the follow-up to be like a sweeper, right? Like, to be frank, this isn't good deck building. Like, why do you do creature board wipe? So you're not going to play around a sweeper. Cards that I thought we'd be playing around, like Liliana's fine if you're doing like a mid-range show. Like Sheoldred's fine. Like those all make sense. But kind of going, yeah. We're dead here. They take my Kogla, hit me for. Not even taking the good cards. Well, we shouldn't have done the Melira then. We risked it a bit. Discard. That puts 8. They flip Sheoldred. Yeah, this person's just playing slow. I know we shouldn't concede, but that's not really anything good in terms of gameplay. Alright, so the thing with these Legends decks, we didn't get the selection that we get in a Jeska and Esper Legends deck. You end up having to... This has a very high payoff, but at the same time, like, it takes a while to get it. These in your early hand are not great. When Yadaro hits, it hits great, but at the same time, if you're getting this for free, it's really just as a fight effect. Galta's pretty good to cheat in. But I think maybe just doing lower to the ground, this being your top end, may be better, and just doing it as like a free value play might be the more effective way of kind of building this deck. But we'll wrap this particular deck up. Moving on to the next one. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today is early access day for March of the Machines. We are trying out a bunch of new decks, new strategies. Thanks to Wizards, I got a stocked account of all the new cards, so we are going to give it a whirl. It's a standard best of one that we're going to be playing for the event. And up today is we got Monastery Mentor in the format. So this was a mythic that sees play all the way up to vintage. Usually a card that's better in older formats because there's cheaper non-creature spells. Very good with like Moxen, Brainstorm style effects. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. And then itself has prowess. We're playing that with Third Path Iconoclast to make us more tokens. And then we have Baral and Kari Zev. First Strike Menace. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares the same type with it from your hand. If you don't, you get to create Ragavan, not the good Ragavan, just Monkey Ragavan. It gains haste till end of turn, and then we're just playing it in a token shell. So we have cheap spells, Consider, draws a card, Ancestral Anger. We're gonna have a lot of things with prowess, so it gives us a trample effect, but also cycles. Play with Fire is just some burn. Ren's Resolve just as a way to get some card advantage, exile 2 cards. Wedding Announcements for tokens and Anthem. And then because we have so many tokens, we can use Convoke. So basically, instead of paying the casting cost, we can tap creatures to cast it. So this one's could effectively be 0 mana, draw 2 cards. Same with Stoke the Flames to deal 4 damage. We're going to give this a go. We are live on YouTube. Hey, cool cockatoo. These aren't my gems. Unfortunately, I don't get to take them home with me at the end of the day. It's use them or lose them. I have spent $400,000 coins in cosmetics though. I also bought like a 90 pack of, so I bought 90 packs and then I spent the rest on cosmetics. So I've gone big whale time. Thank you for the sub as well, Cockatoo. So as Cockatoo is done, and if any others, if you're catching this for the first time, we are on a goal to hit 10,000 subs on the channel by June. We're a little over 8,000 right now. So if you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe. I'm also donating all the money I make from YouTube this month. Anything in April, I am donating This hand sucks. Hand's better. I can take a chance. I think we do this because we're not going to opt. I'm going to donate all the money from YouTube to local Toronto-based food banks. Because we got Seachrome Coast. This will always come into play untapped in case I draw more fast lines. Drawing all our Stoke the Flames. What's Steve on? Invasion of New Phyrexia. And that's why we did that. No attacks for us. So here, like when we get one more creature, I can convoke, so I can use the Wren's Resolve. This is another card we could consider for the deck. We got another Wren's. This is till end of your next turn. So let's use the bigger mana spells now, so next turn we can play out more cards. Fortunately, we're short of red, so I can't stoke the flames this turn. Okay, so we're on similar strategies. Could see stoke the flames coming out of them. I can play the land. I can go Kari Zev. That's fine. Question is, do I want to do Mentor? I think I'm going to do Mentor. So I'm going to prioritize doing it on the colorless here. Another third path's nice. Just attacking with one here. Maybe could have attacked. Yeah, Meeting of the Minds is the cool effect there. See what they play here. So they get their card draw. I want to take that out now. Sorry, my dad's calling. So we're tokening. I get third class. Emperor is interesting.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me. This is what you get for hurting my people.
Yeah, that's annoying. I think we take them off here. And then 1, 2, 3. do an attack like that. Get the prowess triggers. We out tokening! Too many tokens. Too many tokens. Voltage Surge might... I like Steve's idea. Voltage Surge just seems better than... Maybe we do a split. Nah. So it's like the upside of hitting a couple extra points. Yeah, I think the Whiting announcement's a big mirror breaker there. Otherwise, like if we're all making 1/1s, but the fact that Steve would have to trade 2 for 1 in most cases, and then we were able to control. It is worth noting though, with like Stoke the Flames, we are limited on the number of red sources to actually convoke for free. The values there is cool to get like that free value. Lane Daiki. Yeah, we'll keep this. Do Storm first. This is just like Stompy. If they don't have too much in terms of trample, we should be pretty good. Yeah, no, I'm really liking this hand. The question is, like, I might have to play out Wedding Announcement this turn. Or not. Because then I can Kari Zev, I'll have the tokens, and then I can do this at instant speed, so yeah. I should have Sundown passed. We might have to do a block here. We'll see. So this is a card I'm actually really interested to see how it performs. Whenever a creature on this battlefield has power 3 or greater, you get to draw a card. If not, it gets 2 1/1 counters. So it's an interesting kind of balance here. So I'm going to prioritize blocking with the artifacts. Just Scrap Forger, it's fine. Six. Oh, Stoke the Flames is very good. So they could put the counters on something else. This is when enters the battlefield. Could just draw cards this turn, but then I can't kill the thing, so you block here. Block, or block, block. Actually, that means they can go 6 here. Yeah, I was gonna... The decision was I was originally gonna do it on the Beast Caller, but then they could put counters onto things. And then they kind of get me that way there. Might have been right to do a pre-combat, because then I also get this monkey token. If we had one more mana, I could have done both spells. Hey C4C, how's it going? Hey, Tyvar's stand saves them. So let's start with this. Keep this monkey. Okay, so I can go Shock Shock. I can go another Rens. Probably attack first. Let's go Rens. I can go Adhikar Wastes, or I can go Shock. Till my next turn. So I'm gonna hold up the Shock because I can double kill things. Some of the battles are pretty good. I've liked the Dimir Traxa Reanimator strategy. The Naya Legends can put up some work. There's the Grixis. I forget the legendary that you can double invoke Calamity. Chandra Invoke Despair is freaking disgusting. Okay, well that's a big one. $14.14? Hello. So we'll play with fire. Can I just kill them? I might be able to just... Because it's like 4 damage. They block 3, then it's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. You know what? We move. We move. So do this. Eat monkey. Draw a card. Lay Iconoclast. I don't know. Seems like enough. No, don't cast it, don't cast it. I'm gonna ping myself to death. Alright, they tried to go Dino. But the tokens! As long as nobody's playing Brotherhood's End, we can actually win games. As soon as someone brings out Brotherhood's End, we cry so poor. Gonna get destroyed by Sweeper. Lighting's awful tonight. The completed commander. It's kind of iffy. I need red mana. Try it. But anger back. Yeah. I like the wedding announcements in these. Just giving a, like, you basically get 4 tokens with, like, Iconoclast being present. Hate to use this before an effect. Okay, so we got the blue mana, that's nice. And then I can also play with fire. If they just play, like, a dude. Obviously don't love doing this and taking so much damage, but if I can draw another blue source, it'd be good. Because if I could draw another land, like particularly a blue, actually with that I can also Kari Zevs. So that works out pretty nice. Doomscar Warrior with backup. It's basically card advantage. Ow. This will be pretty sweet. I get to cast Meeting of the Minds and Consider. Tribute to the World Tree seems pretty nice. Cankers. Draw a card. You scared to attack, friend? Take the 5. They're gonna get some card advantage, but I just need to be able to go wide. I can go 2 Angers here, which seems pretty nice. Yeah. There's all those lands. That's pretty sweet. So I get to go Ren's Resolve here. Then I get to cast another Iconoclast. I think given my life total is pretty low, I'm going to hold off this turn. Because then I can hopefully pop off next turn. Because now I'll throw enough stuff in front of this Doomscar Warrior. Just kind of try to absorb the damage. Drew a lot of lands in that set. Stoke the Flames is sick. Try to draw another free spell. Keep this monkey. Ooh, Mentor. Go monkey, go monkey, go! So I'm attacking with this monkey because then I can stoke the flames on their turn. I get the prowess trigger on the Monastery Mentor, as well as being able to make another Ragavan token. If they try to do a fight spell here, then I'll stoke the flames in response. And now I still get another Ragavan token. And now we just go wide. This deck's cool. Now we just want to hit like any spell. They should have actually done that in response and eaten one of the Ancestral Angers. It would have taken some power off the board. Like, we would assume we're going to hit some card advantage of some sort. Storm the Festival's pretty scary. Is this one that enters the battlefield or cast? Enters the battlefield. Big V. That's a lot of value. Six mana, draw 4, draw 6 basically. Yeah, meta. This deck is very subjective on your opponent not bringing in Brotherhood's End. There is that new battle as well for 4 mana that does 3 damage. We have hit quite the... Oh, guess they're just done? Little did they know I didn't have a spell for days. Yeah, like I probably wouldn't bring this to best of 3. If I did bring it to best of 3, my sideboard would be heavy on plane. But the thing is, Brotherhood's End even hits Planeswalkers. I was gonna say like Wandering Emperor. You probably want to go like a chunkier version of the deck. Like you're gonna get absolutely demolished by Farewell regardless. Brotherhood's End, you can at least try to get a little bit bigger than that. I think we keep. We gotta hit a land, but hand looks good, all things considered. Like, these 3 cards together have been really nice. Oh, please land. Please land. So I take a chance where I can try to just naturally hit a land. If we don't, then I gotta play with fire. It's kind of this like awkward thing where I play with fire, I hit a land, but then I lose out on it. Let's see what they hit here. Let's see if I could use my power of suggestion. Oh. Sure. Okay, at the very least, I can do this. You gonna attack? We'll take 2 onto the invasion, but I think that's fine. So I have 2 options here. I think we go with this. I shouldn't have attacked. I would have been able to Meeting of the Minds. If I get a token here, I can 6 mana Meetings of the Mind. But I might actually wait for next turn because I could Kari Zev. We hit a land. I go Adeline here. We'll do this. This unlocks my Adeline. Oh, and we got Stoke the Flames. Opponent's in for a rough time. So I want the untapped land here, I think, to maximize what I can do for the turn. So we're gonna get a token on end step. If I do this, I can also Ragavan. So I can wait till they go to combat and then hit them with that. I get Ragavan here. And I get to do it again. 12 mana, not a single mana source paid. Haha! What are you gonna do? Tax my opt? This deck's actually nutty. If I do this, cast Ancestral Anger. One, two, three, four. Should be enough. So I think we want to keep like the creature count like as low as possible. To just like our mentors and that. Balmor I would play if we weren't playing like wedding announcements or stuff like that. Balmor is very good if we look at like the historic Is It Wizards list, because all the spells are 1 or 2 mana. We could try it out, but I think having that density, and we've seen like time and time again, like this wedding announcement's been very good in this deck at giving us these extra bodies, and then giving us the Lord effect. Like the thing is with Balmor, if we run out of cards, we also don't get the buff where wedding announcement's static. It makes 4 tokens for us, which has a lot of utility. Iced Yoshi is not a botch. Man's pretty slow. I think we got a mulligan. Do we? Let's try. Let's try. Because I have an answer early. We have the card advantage for after. I can kill whatever they kind of throw out here. I think we're just taking this damage. Nothing. Alright, let's see. If I untap. I needed to play this line. That was bad. If they have like the 1/4, it's not the end of the world. Because I have 2 shocks. I also have this Stoke the Flames. If I tap my lands properly. Didn't want to see ossification there. Third class is perfect. Gonna do it on their turn, so we get this play with fire. Buff doesn't make a difference there. So it's available C4C, but they pre-banned it in Historic, so it's Historic Brawl only. Which is very annoying. Let's see if we can find a wedding announcement. Ooh, and Mentor. I think we go announcement first. And then mentor, because with the mentor then I can get stuff. Yeah, they said they did kind of like that bait and switch. Like if our opponent's just making 1/1s and I'm making a lot more 1/1s, I'm gonna win the battle of 1/1s. And like, I don't anticipate a sweeper. I don't want to get poisoned out of the game. I guess they get the pump there. That's fine. Gonna get like some poke damage in. I don't want to attack with 2 because I want to get the tokens. And then I want to keep Stoke. I forgot. I need to keep the red mana up. Mentor's a weird one to have in here. I did not expect to see that. I think this turn we move. And I think we take the card draw this turn. Get the Convoke value off. Triggers! Okay, this was a good one. I'm very happy with how this deck played out. As long as we always dodge Brotherhood's End, we are doing fine. But this one was a nice one. Pull it up for folks, but Jeskai tokens, very, very effective. The free spells go a long way. Just being able to cast for no creature value helped a lot. But we'll wrap this particular one up, and I'm gonna go to the next one. Actually, yeah. So let me just get set up. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be doing some more early access for March of the Machines, the latest set. Thanks to Wizards, I have early access to all the cards with a God account. I've saved my gems for today at least, 929,000. But we're going to be trying out a bunch of new cards. We've been playing some Complete Brews, and I'm also trying to see what cards might be interesting in new updates. So this one's probably a little bit more of a competitive one. But there's a couple cards I want to try out in the new deck. So this is pretty much your stock Rakdos list, like the Invoke. You got your Invokes, Sheoldreds, Graveyard Trespasser, Fable, Abrade, Go for the Throat, Bloodtithe Harvester, Cutdown. But we're trying out a couple new cards in here. Invasion of Asgul instead of Sheoldred's Edict. It's a battle, so 2 mana. Your opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and loses life. And then you can attack it. If you deal 4 damage to it, it flips and you get to cast it. And then you get a menace that at the beginning of your end step, if a 1/1 count, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it if a permanent was put into a graveyard from battlefield this turn. So it kind of gets bigger in menace. We also have the new Sheoldred. 5 mana, 4/5, enters battlefield, opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. Then we can exile it for 5 mana, and it gets we get to flip it. We can only do this if they have 8 or more cards in the graveyard. We then get to play the true. It flips over to the True Scriptures. It destroys a creature or planeswalker in Chapter 1. The opponent discards 3 cards and mills 3 cards. And then for the Chapter 3, we mass reanimate their entire library. And then the card that got me, this combination here, absolutely wrecked me. Chandra Hope's Beacon, 6 mana, 5 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. So copying Invoke Despair absolutely wrecked me. They get 2 casts of it. Plus adds 2 mana of any combination, +1. Look, exile top 5 cards till the end of the turn. You may cast instants or sorcery from among them, and then the minus deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets. So you get to split that damage. We're gonna give this a go. Like I said, this is probably one of the more competitive decks we're trying today, but we've tried a whole bunch of decks. This one's live on YouTube, but I'll cut and curate all the lists, and they'll be up on YouTube over the next couple days if you want to catch that as well. Been doing about 5 hours, 6 hours of streaming today. It's hot. It's a fun one, but we'll try out the stuff. And as always, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 10,000 subs, which are the goal of June. This hand's kind of garbage. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Put this away. If we can hit that, that's a really awesome goal. Costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel. And as well, for April, any dollar that I make on the channel, I'm donating every single amount of it to local Toronto-based food banks. So watch the stuff, like the stuff, help the algorithm stuff, and all the money earned is going to go to charity. I'm trying to donate $500. That's going to be a problem. Actually, JK. Okay, so Ziatora here. So I have Trespasser. This Go for the Throat if they're the artifact deck. With like the blink cards, it's pretty rough. So I can Trespasser here. I can Fable. The Fable can help me potentially find a land, but I think we got Trespasser going. I don't know how good this Go for the Throat will be, but we'll see. Steely Seraphs. So I could pass the turn, transform this. Lets me attack in better. Because they probably give this lifelink. That lets me also cycle to try to find a land. So I think we just do that. kill that. Because now if I could invoke, it could have potentially killed the Steel Seraph. That'll actually be really good if we can get it. Cut down is not the card I want, and neither is that. Jeez. Gonna be one of those days. Might need to go to 25 lands here. Yeah, I probably need to do 25. I'll make that change after this. Ditch these two. Cut down for sure. I think we're just getting rid of Go for the Throat as well. Invasion's actually really nice as well. So let's start with Invoke. We can Invasion next turn. I get my Steel. Okay. Not enough. Oh, no, 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 stop, 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 stop. I gotta add a land. Because we also had a Braids in the deck that we could have hit instead of those removal spells. Trim. Cut down. Let's go up another Swamp. $25 should be. Hey, Armada, I've not seen a single person play Urabrask. Actually, though, one sec. There's someone in the Discord. Let me see if I can find the list. Actually, Armada, I can't send it over the YouTube comments here, but just comment on any of my videos. Just say, Joe, send me the list. And I'll pull the one that's in the Discord with all the creators. It was like an Urabrask Storm list. See if they attack here. Trespasser here, so this is the black-white Phyrexian deck, but I got the real Phyrexian. Five is scary. Don't play anything else. Okay, Missionary. We'll go for the Throat here. Think here. What do you do? Alejandro, thank you for the sub. It's been alright. I got beat by it a couple times. Other times, like, you can make some really big creatures. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Alright. That kills that. So theirs has Vigilance and Death Touch. And they can incubate here. I need me a removal spell. How many cards they have? 2. So we'll do this. We eat the Grafted Butcher. This will flip, but I think what my plan is, they don't have a creature. Try to catch them with this Invoke Despair. Yeah, it seems like old Sheoldred still beats new Sheoldred. Okay, that's actually great. I will draw a card, but I think I have no choice in the matter. Okay, hit a Braid, but now I don't have the land. Yikes. Yikes! Missionary back the Incubator. Just the Sheoldred's killing me. Do I have any creatures? I got my own Trespasser. Yeah, the battles are actually pretty solid, all things considered. Resolve. I attack here. They've been able to, like, go wide enough against me. See if they just attack all here. They attack all, they're potentially going to get blown out. Like here, I've needed my Go for the Throats. Oh, how do you get haste? Problem is, like, I double block on it, but it's not enough. They had exactly just enough here. No, wouldn't have done it. This Myrex actually saved their ass. So Sheoldred still seems busted. We had a lot of outs there, so it is what, like, we happen to draw Braid that game. If we draw, like, Go for the Throat, it seems a little bit better. Does seem like we're a little susceptible to the go wide approach, so I might want to bring in that Sweeper that deals 3 damage. The Battle Sweeper. The Sheoldred's Edict, they still had non-tokens, so wouldn't have really done too much. Don't think I'm loving these lands in the Rakdos list either. I could see the necessity of them, but maybe trimming down and just playing more swamps. See if this is like the control version. Nope, Peacekeeper. This will be interesting to see what they name here. Yeah, it's just like the new Shieldred is got Menace, which could usually attack through. They go to Graveyard Trespasser. I don't think I care about that. Because we're going to go Fable into Shieldred most likely. I could go Wandering Emperor. Probably going to bin one. If I draw another land, then I'll bin the land. But I think I want to always hit 5 to 6 lines. Okay, Brutal Cathar, my token. I think we get rid of one Trespasser here. And just pass the turn. This way, if they play another Brutal Cathar, I have access to Blood Tithe Harvester to kill it. Even if they go Wandering Emperor, Gonjo would get it, so we probably just take the damage. Edgar. Okay, so we got Edgar action. Edgar Allan Poe. Probably want to keep this for next turn with Kiki. I actually think we just say go. Like, we're at the point where if I draw Invoke or Chandra, we really just want to draw any of our new cards now. New Shieldred would be good. Might have been right to kill that. So, kill that. It's fine. Hey, James. Yeah, that was the second deck I did of the day. That is up on YouTube if you are interested. Oh, sorry, it's up on. It'll be up on YouTube shortly. I just gotta edit it. I loaded it, but it's still gotta render. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Do you? You enter tapped. What is this nonsense? I didn't read the text. Well, that sucked. Kill this one instead. Cycle and do that. It was fine. I think we've lost to it a couple times, like different variations. The thing is, you can go very sacrificed focused. You can go very aggressive, so... Or like, I was going more mid-rangey with like the big Praetors. So get rid of you. We're not making that mistake again. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. And I'm going to prioritize eating my graveyard here now because we want to keep the cards in theirs. Oh, no. Comments talking, that's why I'm doing it live. I'm bouncing back and forth, but that's why I like doing these live ones to interact with folks. We're not trying to win a Pro Tour here. We're playing fun games. I haven't drawn any of our new cards yet. We have 3 Chandras, 2 of the new Shieldreds, 4 of the new battles. Sacrifice. You die. I think we get the extra body here. Guess I could have always double blocked. That was kind of dumb on my part. That was very dumb. I don't know why I did that. It's been a long day. I want to use the Chandra here. Adeline down. See if we can find Shieldred. I want to flip Shieldred after, so we'll do this. They got their 1/1. I want to cast the new card. I want to like Chandra their face or something. The jury's still out, like if this is better or worse. It might not be the best card. Because Chandra would double Shieldred's Edict. It also gives them the choice of Planeswalker or creature.
You have no idea who you're messing with.
Alright, we win with Chandra. Value! The Kiki Shell, I want to try the sweeper in here, see how that goes. We'll give one more with the sweeper. Trim there, go 3 Trespassers. Let's go battle. This one. Deals 3 to each creature and each planeswalker. So this is just like worse than Brotherhood's End. We'll have to see. And then Shieldred. I want to double cast. Like more than anything, I just want to double cast this. My opponent went Chandra, deal 4 to 2 things, kill 2 of my creatures. Then they untapped, they went Invoke Despair, drew into another Invoke Despair, and they did like 10 damage and drew like 10 cards against me. Or like something stupid. It's a little like expensive at 6 mana, but we get a lot of treasures in this deck. We're usually going to go to the long game, and even the plus, just being able to plus and like dig 5 cards deep has value. Find like the removal spell of your choice, kind of go from that angle of things. We'll probably do. This will be my last game probably for the night, and then I'll get some more YouTube stuff uploaded, have it ready for tomorrow. So we'll do 2 videos a day for the next couple days. Hard to tell. Like, there's still some objectively powerful things. I think like the new Sheoldred's very good in these shells. Like Fable's still really good. There's a lot of ways to build like Atraxa decks. That still seems like the most busted thing you could be doing in this format. Bye, friend. 2-drop. 2-drop. Into 3-drop. I'll show you the Dimir. It's like a Sultai list. Little Dimir. Sorry, it's like... I don't even know how to describe it at this point. It's a collection of Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, so we see Fading Hope. See how this plays out. The new Elish is disgusting against like red decks. I gotta kill this Mentor. Probably just get rid of you. Should have done that first. Because I could Fading Hope, I should have done that before anything. That was a minor misplay. That was a good line. They can hurt themselves, which is the nice thing at least. We aren't blocking, that's for sure. I'll block with the Fable, but Sheoldred is not blocking. I'll show a couple of the decks after this one that we've gone through. And like I said, I just gotta... It's hard to both record today and edit and have them up for YouTube all at the same time. There's just like a lot of pre-work. No, I wanted to Chandra this. See what they want to do here. Like they can sack the token. So they killed that one. They just die, so I can cast Chandra next turn. So this line means they have to block. They could kill me next turn, but we take that chance. If not, then I Chandra's Hope's Beacon. Very weird mana that we've drawn this game. I'm really not liking these. I think these come out. Oh, I appreciate it, James. More beats.
This war ends today.
Four, four. Trying to slip out the back, but you can't slip out your life total.
You're toast.
Alright, this deck's good. The mana base we gotta work out a bit, but I think this is a nice one. Alrighty, so we'll wrap this one up with Rakdos. We tried out a few different cards. Obviously the removal spell configuration will vary depending on the meta. This invasion might be better served as just being like Brotherhood's End. It might be right going like down some of these, cutting these, play Bankbuster. We can play around with the numbers, 3 Chandras. I wanted to get this going, so I played higher numbers. Chandra was like, basically every time we cast Chandra we won, but we were at a state where like any 6 mana card probably wins us the game. So it's worth kind of noting that as we're playing out these games. Alright folks, for those in the chat, so here are some of the decks we played today. They'll all be up. So James, I think it was you asked about the Phyrexian deck. This is what we played. Like I said, I went bigger on the curve, but it seems like a lot of folks were doing smaller stuff with like the Incubate package, and I think that might be the right way to approach it. More of a sacrifice theme. Shieldred I don't think is where we want to be in this one, like neither of these. Like we lost to that Shieldred that game. Hellish Norn's pretty good at dealing the extra chunks of damage. The Flesh Gorger's probably not where we want to be, making some of the other stuff. So we're trying this as well as just like another Phyrexian, but the 1/1 that when it dies it makes another 1/1 is probably better. We did basically mono green ramp with like a little bit of blue splash for Root Coil Keeper, and then just get ahead on mana. Vorinclex flip hits the Atraxas, and then you have like Storm the Festival shenanigans. This fixes your color mana, so it lets you hard cast Atraxa, and then Vorinclex finds you any forest, so you find the Triomes to also hard cast Atraxa. So that one was fun. This one was actually pretty solid. We did dragons. I like the mono red dragons list better. Kind of dragons with a bunch of battles in there. Karthus on the top end. Like this battle, even on its own, was really good. The flip side, Defiant Thundermont, it's really, really good. Then the Domain deck was also really nice. I like this one. Another Atraxa deck. Just kind of playing all these like Praetors, like big top end stuff. Proxa to reanimate Atraxa. Same with like Vorinclex and Cruelty of Gix. Just trying a bunch of 1-ofs in the deck to see how it played out. This is the deck I think I like the most, and the one I'm going to work on. Like I said, I don't know if it's worth the mana base. I think if just cutting the green altogether and playing maybe 1 or 2 off colors for Atraxa, but largely I think just going Dimir is probably the best. A lot of ways to get Dimir out, to get Atraxa out. Cruelty of Gix. There's the Archpriest of Shadows that also can let you rebuy stuff. And then just lots of ways to kind of go that. Lots of mill effects. The Shieldred was very good in this deck. There's a lot of ways to mill. So I think what I would do is just like cut 2 of these, play another copy of Shieldred. Or even just keep like the 1 Shieldred here. With the Cruelty of Gix. Might want like cut 2, maybe just 2 removal spells, to be honest. It might even just be cut the Shieldred as well, play 3 removal spells, call it a day, and then just kind of play these creature packages. By doing that, we were at 24 lands, which was fine in most of the games. There's a lot of ways to kind of draw and discard. Alright folks, I am tired. I've been doing this since 1 p.m. It's now 9:30, and it is hot. I appreciate everyone stopping by for the live ones. I'm going to get this all up on YouTube.